Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the school board meeting. At this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask Mrs. Bass to please call the roll.
District 1, Barbara McQuinn. Here. District 2, Chuck Shaw.
Here.
District 3, Karen Brill. Here. District 4, Erica Whitfield. Here. District 5, Frank Barbieri. Here. District 6, Marcia Andrews. Here. District 7, Deborah Robinson. Here.
Let the record show all 7 board members are here. This month, we would like to welcome the Olympic Heights High School Marine Junior ROTC program here to present the flag and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Immediately after, we would like to have the choir from Yeager Middle School who will perform the naming This is a little confused on this one. I'll try this again. The Yeager Middle School choir will be leading us in the national anthem, and the name of this group are the Mustang Ladies. So they will be singing the national anthem, and thank you very much. So at this time, please stand for our pledge, the national anthem.
March on, march. Left turn, march. Color guard, halt. Freeze color.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming on the rockets with glee, clouds bursting in air, it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Carry, colors. Ready, cut, right, face, forward, march.
We'd again like to thank both those groups. Great job, and that choir group was amazing tonight. So congratulations to the color guard and to the students from Yeager. We'd also like to recognize the principals of our 2 schools from Olympic Heights High School, Mr. David Clark, and the principal of Yeager Middle School, Dr. Anthony Allen. Also, this month we have one proclamation that is on the consent agenda, proclaiming August 31st as International Overdose Awareness Day. We'll move the agenda. We have no minutes for this meeting, and we have 4 items added. Dr. Fenoy, any other items to add to the agenda?
No other items to add at this time, sir.
And I see we have 4 items that have been withdrawn. Any other items to withdraw? Okay. All right. Those items have been pulled from the consent agenda. Does anybody want to pull any items from consent? We have 4 items, I believe, 4 items that have been pulled so far. Seeing none, is there a motion to approve the agenda? Motion by Mrs. Andrews, second by Mrs. Whitfield. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Are there any abstentions or disclosures? Mrs. Brill.
Thank you. Cornerstone Solutions and Rick Iznani have been my campaign consultants. At the recommendation of legal and an abundance of caution, I will be abstaining from discussion and voting on item FMPF2.
Any others? If not, we will move the agenda tonight, and we'll hear from him in a little bit longer, but you'll notice that we have an additional person joining us at the dais tonight. We'd like to welcome Nolan Ursoy, who is a student at Park Vista High School, a senior. So, Mrs. Brill, you're one high school. We now have a student from that. So welcome, and we hope you enjoy your experience here with the board. So you'll be called on later for your comments. Superintendent and board member comments. Dr. Fenoy.
Yes, good afternoon, board members. I'm pleased to report that we had a smooth and successful opening of schools on Monday. And that's a credit to every single member of Team Palm Beach. On Monday, more than 174,000 students began classes at district-operated schools. Every one of our schools had a police officer on campus. Let's give a round of applause for that, please. Nearly 83% of our buses arrived at school before the bell rang. There were 22,350 breakfasts and 86,337 lunches served. That's an increase of 1,700 lunches compared to this time last year. When the school day ended Monday, our brand new student information system had more than 18,000 parents signed up. That number continues to grow every day. The feedback from parents on SIS has been fantastic. They love being able to keep up with their students' assignments, track their attendance, and see their grades in real time. This kind of information for our parents. This is the kind of information our parents have been asking for, and the team delivered. School districts and schools everywhere always hit some bumps on the first day of school, but our issues were isolated incidents, and our team has been working hard to address those things. The work that our operations team put in over the summer, from facilities to transportation to IT to food service to police, is paying dividends this week. And I want to thank them for their commitment to our students and schools, allowing us to have an excellent opening day that is carrying on through this week. At this time, I want to show you a video of our opening day.
This is my beautiful brand new bus, brand new. Thank you, County. Thank you, school board officials.
Palm Beach County school buses roared to life before sunrise, including 157 new buses purchased through the penny sales tax.
Bye, Mommy. Love you.
Drivers fanned out throughout the county, picking up excited students along the district's 655 routes. Students arriving at school greeted by police officers on every campus.
All right.
Superintendent Donald Fenoy visited students and staff at numerous schools, including Pine Jog Elementary, which improved its letter grade from a C to an A.
Well, this school has done amazing work. They went from a C to an A last year. You couldn't be more excited for the kids here and the families. So we just thought we'd come out and help celebrate the beginning of a great new year.
All right.
Deputy Superintendent Keith Oswald started his day at Barton Elementary, where he began his career as a teacher 25 years ago.
Some of the teachers that I taught with 25 years ago still here, working hard for kids, making a difference.
He also visited North Grade Elementary, which added a 6th grade dual language program and will add 7th and 8th grade programs over the next 2 years. Elsie Swain Middle School also now offering a 6th grade dual language program.
Hola, Solita!
Students throughout the district speak more than 150 languages, but it's the universal language that most interests this 2nd grader.
Math because it's fun and I get to answer questions.
Several schools began the new year with new principals, including Allison Castellano at Omni Middle School, and Corey Brooks at William T. Dwyer High School.
It's a large campus. I want to make meaningful relationships with every student, every staff member.
Wellington Landings Middle School reopened with a fresh look. This campus, one of 10 closed over the summer as workers completed major structural overhauls funded through the penny sales tax. Lots of excitement at Gove Elementary. Not only did this school raise its letter grade, it also received a nearly $1.5 million Schools of Hope grant to provide additional social services for students and families and training for teachers. The school district of Palm Beach County is an A-rated district, and everything you need to know to stay informed can be found on the district's app, so download it today. Welcome back, and make it super, PBC. Claudia Shea reporting for the Education Network, keeping you informed.
I think the last comment I'll make, it is no secret to most people that I was a high school principal and have somewhat of a phobia of elementary schools. And let me say this to you. Going to Pine Jog, seeing the kindergarten wing with adults crying more than kids was quite traumatic for me. When my daughter starts kindergarten in 3 years, I don't know what's going to happen to me. It's not going to be a good look for this 6'4" man to be crying because his baby girl is starting kindergarten. But it was so great to see everyone, and it was a great experience. And I just thank the whole team for making my first day as a superintendent, first day so wonderful. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Fenoy. And congratulations to the staff, everybody who did work so hard for a good opening. Board member comments. Mrs. McQuinn.
First, thank you, Dr. Fenoy, for an outstanding speech this morning at the Palm Beach North Chamber of Commerce monthly breakfast meeting. The best way that I can sum up how his speech was, I can't think of the word I want. Anyway, was received. There you go. Is several people came up and said how incredibly wonderful he was, but one man, a businessman, said, "He made me excited to live here." So that just made my day too. That was wonderful. So thank you, Dr. Fenoy. One other thing, and I have to give Chief Kitsero credit for this, for reminding me, but the recognition is very sincere from my part too. And that is that in having all of our schools staffed with police officers, we have a great deal of gratitude for our municipalities, because without those mayors and those council members, we wouldn't have those officers in our schools. So a great shout out to all of our municipality leaders also. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Whitfield.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I just want to say welcome back to this school year. It is such a pleasure to be with you all for the start of school again. For those of you that saw me missing for a few weeks, I had a couple health concerns, but I'm doing much better. And I like to say, just like our schools, I had work done over the summer, so I'm back in full force. You're supposed to laugh. That was funny. And I want to say congratulations to North Grade specifically for picking up a sixth grade this year. I think that is really a great addition to the Lake Worth community, and I'm so proud. I've been over to visit it already, and it is wonderful. I'm so excited for all of our K centers, and I'm glad to have one in my area, so I'm very proud of that. And second, I really would like to thank the Compass team who's come here tonight, because they recognized me at the beginning of the summer, and it was just such an honor for me to have been at their huge event and to be recognized and to be able to recognize all the great work that the school board does to help the students in Palm Beach County. I just want to thank them so much for coming here tonight, and a huge congratulations to all the staff and such a successful start to the school year. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Brill.
Thank you. So to everyone in the district, I just want to say congratulations on a fabulous opening of the schools. The excitement in the community this year was unbelievable. I think the messaging from the district played a tremendous role in raising the level of anticipation. So I just want to say thank you to Amity Schuyler and her staff, because everybody was pumped and primed and ready. I do want you to know that Monday night, I saw one of the students who has been advocating for school safety and gun control. He said there was a strong police presence at his school, and most importantly, he felt very safe. That comment has now been made to me multiple times by students and families around the district. So I want to say thank you, Dr. Fenoy, Chief Kitsero, and Ms. Paul, because without you, that wouldn't have happened. The days leading up to the opening of school were very busy for all of us. For me, outside of the school supply drives, I was most excited to have the opportunity to address nearly 1,000 brand new teachers at this year's Teacher Fest at my one and only high school, Park Vista. I was also honored to join Dory Saves Lives in presenting awards to various people in the transportation department at their bus safety event. And congratulations to the Education Foundation of Palm Beach County for receiving a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator. Tonight, there are 2 items that I want to mention that are on our agenda. Under the consent agenda, we are approving a memorandum of understanding with One Love, One Community Foundation. This MOU is just one of the ways that our village is working together to support students, especially those who are homeless or in crisis. Under new business, we have a proclamation for International Overdose Awareness Day. This proclamation has been adopted across the county, and I have to share with you that 2 sons of one of my classmates from my K-12 years moved to Florida several years ago. Both of her sons died from prescription drug overdoses in Palm Beach County approximately 1 year apart. The family has been devastated. Their messages sent out to all of us almost daily are heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. Dr. Fenoy and Mr. Oswald, I trust that we will ensure our students are being educated about the dangers of prescription drug abuse and overdose. I am very pleased we are joining again our village in this battle. And last but certainly not least, I would like to personally welcome our new student representative, the Student Council, County Council President from my wonderful one and only high school, Park Vista. We welcome you, Nolan Ursoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bell. Mrs. Andrews?
Thank you, and good afternoon to everyone. And certainly, welcome back to our students, teachers, and staff. Hope everyone enjoyed their summer vacation, but right now, we're back and we're rolling. The first day was so successful. Everything just went quite well. I did not see any hiccups, and I was a little bit all over the place. Everyone was all set to go. Congratulations on a wonderful first start, and it takes the whole village to make us fit it just right, and we did. I had the opportunity to ride a bus on Monday, my first day of school, with everybody else that was riding buses. I was able to ride bus code 17 out of Royal Palm Beach facility, leaving to pick up students at 5:15 a.m. Our first pickup was at 5:35, picking up students from Royal Palm Beach, Loxahatchee, the Acreage, Wellington, Arden. And then we had a changeover at the 20-mile bend, meeting new buses there where children coming from the west would pick up a new bus going to the east, and those that were coming from the east would be picking up a bus going to the west. I rode the west bus to the Glades, and I had an opportunity to stop at elementary and middle schools and speak with the folks over in the west transportation facility. Thank you to our bus drivers. Thank you to everyone that's a part of this village, this family that makes it happen. Thank you to the parents who are out there in the early mornings when it's really dark and all you can see are the headlights from their cars, making sure that our students are safe as they get on the buses. Thank you to the police officers that are circulating around our bus stop areas to make sure that everyone is safe. So we were out there, we made it happen in those early hours, and we're working together to make sure children are safe as they're walking to school, if they're coming with their parents, if they're riding the bus. We all play a role in safety. A couple of things I'd like to share with you, and one was a big event. Special presentations were held in the Glades region by Ms. Dickie Sykes, the Director of Diversity and Business Practices, along with the purchasing team, Ms. Darcy Garbick and Mrs. Janelle McMahon. They were there making it happen in the Glades. Also there was Deputy Chief of Facilities David Dolan. And we've got to get our messages out. The goal is to educate the Glades community about the businesses and other opportunities for participation in business processes, to become a vendor. Many times people don't know what it's all about, to become a vendor with the school district. Registration for these kinds of opportunities. Small business enterprises. We have a lot of businesses in our community, and we need the Glades to be a part of that. The Minority Women's Business Enterprise that's right here with Palm Beach County School District. What a wonderful event we had with all of the leaders educating and communicating. This was the beginning phase of collaboration and communication with the Glades region for better participation in the procurement and purchasing process. More activities are being planned. And lastly, a thank you to all of those businesses, the volunteers, the Chamber of Commerce, the cities, and others who gave generously to our back-to-school activities. Wow, it was so much fun. And what was so nice is that every student, they're able to start ready on day one. We're happy to be back. We're happy to see our students. The family and the village is here at Palm Beach County School District, ready to educate for our students' success. Thank you.
Mr. Barbieri.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Fenoy and your staff. I've been on the school board 10 years, and that was the easiest opening that I've ever seen in my district. I was waiting all day for my phone to start ringing because it usually doesn't. I was amazed. So I want to thank you. Special thank you to Mrs. Pollard, Chief Operating Officer. There were some issues in my schools at the last minute. She got them resolved, and it worked out well. Special thank you to Dr. Saltzman and the regional staff down there, Dr. Sheffield, Mrs. Wyatt, Mr. Pegg, and Mr. Hepburn, and of course our police officers in the city of Boca Raton police officers who made the schools in my district safer and gave the parents and the children a sense of security while they were there. The bus drivers, I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know how they did it, but they were wonderful, and I appreciate all the hard work all you bus drivers put in to get the kids to school on time. The kids in my district were all at school when they were supposed to be there. There was no calls from parents screaming about the buses weren't there, but so whatever you did to make it work, thank you, and I hope you continue doing that the rest of the school year. But thank you, Dr. Fenoy. Your staff did a phenomenal job of getting the schools ready for us.
Dr. Robinson.
Thank you. Yes, let me add my accolades to this list of speeches about how great it's been in the opening of school. You know, I've been doing a lot of public speaking lately, and and you know, I really am proud to be a member of this leadership team and to see not only how far we've come, but to see where we're going. And I'm looking forward to shifting gears, you know, to make things even better for the students of Palm Beach County and the adults that serve them. So I really don't have much to add to the specifics of the opening of school accolades, but I do need to get back on point with my Black History fact for the month. So, according to an article published by NPR, the movie Black Panther sold more pre-sale tickets in its first 24 hours than any other superhero movie. For those who didn't see it, Black Panther's real name was T'Challa, and he's the king of what I thought was a mythical African nation of Wakanda. Black Panther had superpowers including speedy healing, tremendous knowledge, and enhanced senses, which he attributed to his ancestors. So just so you know, Black Panther was the first black superhero in mainstream comics and first appeared in 1966. He appeared in issue number 52 of the Fantastic Four, and T'Challa protected his country from neighboring tribes as well as alien shapeshifters. So prior to reading this NPR article, I would tell people that the closest thing we have to Wakanda is Howard University. Yay! But apparently Wakanda is a fictional version of the Mutapa Empire of 15th century Zimbabwe. The Mutapa Empire was preceded by Great Zimbabwe. In the 15th century, Arab traders attempted to take it over. Facing this threat, a man named Mutota a king from a different clan succeeded in uniting local tribes to drive the Arabs away by force. His son later extended the father's power over what is now Mozambique, Zambia, and South Africa to create the Mutapa Empire. Again, according to NPR, Mutapa thrived from the 1400s to about 1760 and included, as I stated, part of what's now modern-day South Africa, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Zambia. It was organized with little villages, provinces, as well as a capital city, each with a king. The people worshiped their ancestors, and the king was believed to be well connected to the spirit world. Mutapa was organized, I said that the people worshiped their ancestors and the king was believed, I'm repeating myself. Its superpower was not due to vibranium, which was a mineral left after a meteorite crash in Wakanda. Their superpower was based on its superior, what NPR referred to as staggeringly effective trade system of gold, ivory, salt, and cotton. Mutapans traded within their own borders, but also with Europe, Asia, and North Africa. At the height of its trading boom, it seemed invincible. However, in the 1500s, after many civil wars, the Portuguese attempted to invade and were unsuccessful, but instead corrupted the political system, overthrowing the ruler and replacing with their own leader. So that was in 1629. The Portuguese continued to control the government of Mutapa until 1917. So Wakanda is real, and we should make sure the children of Palm Beach County know all of history, as I've said before, 360 degrees, including Mutapa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The board really indicated how smooth the opening was this year, and I too want to thank everybody. Every year, one of the people in the district that I always need to see is a gentleman who works at Belglade Elementary. He is in his 42nd year in Palm Beach County, and he's the head custodian at that school, Mr. Sam King. So I know that Sam's probably not watching this because he's involved with all kinds of things in the community and has been for many, many years. But there's a rule that if I ever do go out west, the first place I have to go before I go anyplace else is to Belglade L and see Sam. So I went there the other day with Mr. Oswald, and Mr. King told us that he will be retiring in February. So after this will be his 42nd year in this. But you talk about people who are kind of under the radar screen, who aren't the ones who look for a lot of publicity and recognition all the time. Sam is the life of that community, and the kinds of things he does for that school, I think, are the kinds of things that we should just be so happy that we have employees in this district that reach out to that degree. So thank you very much. And Dr. Fenoy.
Yeah, so I had the privilege of attending an event with Office Depot at Belgrade Elementary yesterday, and Mr. King made sure he introduced himself to me, but he also told me that he was also the barbecue man of the Glade. So we got to find a way for me to taste this food because I want to see what Mr. King is producing out there.
Dr. Fenoy and Mrs. Andrews, I think I told Sam if he has if there's a retirement party, that I would volunteer to cook. So I think the three of us should volunteer to do a barbecue for him in February when he gets
and Mr. Shaw, we're going to get him signed up to be a vendor for the school district since his barbecue.
So, thank you very much. At this time, we'll move into our presentations from our communications department.